Welcome back. Could Republicans soon be grateful for a Clinton comeuppance? Last night on the Ingram Angle, Congressman Matt Gaetz hinted that we might be getting some bombshell news about Hillary Clinton sometime soon.
I am immediately calling for an investigation into the special treatment that the FBI gave Hillary Clinton, and particularly in this email scandal. Hillary Clinton was treated differently than any other American would be treated, and as a member of the Judiciary Committee, I want answers from the FBI about how we can stop this type of special treatment for politicians in the future.
Well, there's always two standards, one for everybody else and one for the Clintons. Well, the GOP certainly would be grateful to see another investigation into Hillary's emails or that Uranium One scandal. And that's the one where, of course, the critics allege that corrupt donations to the Clinton Foundation influenced Hillary's State Department to be one of those member parties who approved the sale of about 20% of America's uranium capacity to what ended up being a Russian-backed company. Joining us now for a reaction is the one, the only Sarah Carter, who is a national security correspondent for Circa News. Sarah, there is a lot out there still swirling about the Clintons, about the Obama administration's acquiescence and approval of this Uranium One sale. What do you make of what Congressman Gaetz is getting at? He and Jim Jordan are going to announce something next week.
That's right. I think that what we're seeing here is that the FBI designated Hillary Clinton's case, the email server case, a special, right? A special investigation. They were handling it differently than they handled everything else. Now, people have debated, did that mean a major investigation? I know I've heard some issues coming out about that, but no, this was a special. And I think that they have a point here. Gaetz, Jordan, and others like DeSantis, and certainly the Senate Judiciary, want to know, why did they designate this a special? What made her so special as compared to every other investigation? And remember, it was the FBI's decision to shut down that server investigation. It was up to the Justice Department, not to Comey, not to former FBI Director Comey. So what was going on there, and what was the relationship between the Deputy Director, who's still there?
I want to talk about him because a lot of our viewers hear this name bandied about, but we have to be very clear on who we're talking about. Andrew McCabe, who has been at the FBI for years and years. And you think, well, faithful civil servant, deputy FBI director. But there's more to the Andrew McCabe story than meets the eye. Give us the thumbnail.
Thumbnail's this. He's under 3 federal inquiries right now. One for violation of the Hatch Act. The second investigation is with the Inspector General at the Department of Justice for not disclosing on his ethics forms his donations his wife got, actually from 2 PACs connected to Terry McAuliffe and Hillary Clinton for $700,000.
No, whoa. His wife was running for state senate, and
correct.
She got $700K from 2 McAuliffe, meaning Hillary, because
Hillary are like this. So you got 2 PACs, right, connected to Terry McAuliffe, both connected to Hillary Clinton, giving $700,000. Now, this was first reported by the Wall Street Journal last year.
Yeah.
But let's go a little bit further. Terry McAuliffe was also under investigation by the FBI for campaign contributions during that same time. By the way, we don't know where that investigation went, but that investigation just disappeared off the planet. Nobody has been able to figure this out. For contributions he received actually from a former Chinese legislator who happened to have residency in the United States and cut him a check for $120,000 through his own business. So this is how muddled this all is. And there's a lot of questions as to McCabe's involvement in this case.
And McCabe is still there.
McCabe is still there, and we found out just recently because Judicial Watch thankfully FOIA'd a ton of documents.
Freedom of Information Act request. And let me say, one of the many things I'm grateful for your reporting, Sarah, and I'm grateful for Judicial Watch because they did the legal work to file the Freedom of Information Act requests, without which we would have not understood a lot of these machinations behind the scenes that led to the slow walking of this investigation, the special designation of the Hillary investigation, ultimately the shutdown of the investigation.
Absolutely right. I am so grateful that you brought that up because we have to thank Judicial Watch and other organizations who FOIA these information. What we found out just this past week is that McCabe did not really recuse himself from the server investigation until a week before the presidential elections.
As his wife was getting contributions from one of Hillary Clinton's best friends related PACs. Now, McAuliffe will say, oh, I don't run the PACs. They're separate from me. But they're PACs that existed to support his political endeavors, correct?
Absolutely, and very closely connected, right, to Hillary Clinton. And then you know that right now it's still under investigation by the Office of Special Counsel whether or not McCabe violated Hatch Act rules. He went to meet with McAuliffe. He was at a lot of his wife's events. Now, I've just got off the phone with FBI, former and current FBI. They said if they would have ever done this, they would have had it handed to them. They would have violated what they have been told ever since the Academy in Quantico. You do not get involved in political campaigns. You stay biased. You stay out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you stay unbiased. Yeah,
they stayed biased.
Yeah, but apparently there are a few that remain biased. But you stay unbiased. You stay out of any kind of political activity. And they're saying, wait a minute, is there two sets of rules here? One for the officials and one for the guys on the ground?
I still don't understand how Hillary Clinton was interviewed by the FBI the weekend of 4th of July. Comey wasn't there, but Cheryl Mills was, and there's no transcript of it.
No transcript of that meeting. And remember,
she's a witness.
And remember,
she gets immunity.
Absolutely. Remember, just 2 days before she gets interviewed, Bill Clinton and Loretta Lynch are meeting on the tarmac in Phoenix, and we still don't know what they were talking about.
Oh, they were just sharing horoscopes. Come on, Sarah. We're grateful for you. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, and come back soon.
Oh, thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving to you and everybody else.
All right. And we come back straight ahead. Are you dreading discussing politics around the Thanksgiving table tomorrow? I want to time out on politics tomorrow, personally. Some of my Fox colleagues, Brett Baer and Shannon Bream, they're going to offer some helpful hints for the tumult and how to avoid it. Stay tuned.